High school sports are serious. Getting into a college on scholarship can be very difficult. Here at Kickapoo High School, senior Bella Fontleroy defies the odds.
I've been playing basketball since I was 5 years old, so 12 years, almost 13 years now.
If you have the skills, prestigious schools may try to recruit you. Choosing can be very difficult.
It was Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Arizona, Texas Tech, and Baylor. And it actually is a funny story because at first I was so far along in my recruiting process with everyone else that I had initially told Baylor, I was like, listen, we can still talk and build a relationship, but I'm pretty far along with these other schools and I don't want you guys to be upset if I say no. So we kind of kept talking, kept building a relationship, and I got to watch them practice, and I got to hang out with the girls and go to team dinner and all that. Visits, I don't think there's anything quite like them because you literally become immersed within like the program and the culture that they have, and it's such a short little snippet of it, but whenever I was there I loved it so much and I'm like, this is where I need to be.
The whining and dining of the recruitment process in the 2020s is notorious and has been seen in many feature films. That wasn't always the case, however.
Long story short, transferring to Baylor in spring of '91. Oh, so the recruiting experience to Baylor was very interesting. They forgot to pick me up at the airport. Seriously. And I hitched a ride from somebody that I met on the plane. It was a terrible recruiting trip. I loved playing basketball and I liked playing for Baylor, but my coach got into some trouble. There were also people testifying against her, some recruitment. It was a rough year, my senior year. She ended up getting fired.
Once a college athlete has been recruited, the stresses don't stop.
And so I had to take a painting class, and the only time it was offered, because I'm an art major, the only time it was offered was during basketball practice. So I had to,
Oh my gosh,
I had
this
to,
is the worst.
I had to take the class to graduate, and so I had to miss 2 practices a week. The coach did not like this at all, and so she stopped allowing me to practice at all and wouldn't let me play in the games. Even though I went from a starter to completely benched.
Dang.
Yeah. And so it was a terrible experience, my senior year. But it started off really good.
In the last decade, Baylor University has brought in hundreds of athletes and has supplied millions in scholarships. The problems of the past don't seem to be the problems of today. So are you excited for Bella now?
Yeah, I'm really excited. No, they have a really strong program, and I think she's going to have a wonderful experience. And I think they got all their kinks worked out back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And just whenever I got on campus, there were a lot of special moments that I knew. I was like, this is home and this is where my family feels at home too. So I picked it and I'm loving my choice.
For Chief TV News, I'm Daylon.